Kawasaki here, so I thought I'd talk about my next street bike, the one that replaced my RG500, and that would be this one here. And it was the 1986 Honda VFR750. That's right, I went back to the V4s. The VFR750 was, for its day, absolutely magnificently beautiful bike. You look at the paint, you basically look at everything. It was gorgeous. It was an absolute dream to look at. The full fairing, you know, it now looks like what a proper sport bike looks like that you recognize today. I believe it had, I think it actually had gear-driven cams, which was solved one of the cam problems that the regular VFs had. And overall, it was a more refined product than the original Interceptors. You know, I bought it used. At the time, it was a bike I couldn't justify the expense for, because it was about $1,000 more than every other bike out there in its class. But it was an awesome bike, and I ended up big hole. Damn. I ended up using it for a couple years as my weekend warrior bike. I actually enjoyed it. It was a nice bike, never had a problem. Nice and smooth, fun to ride. The only downside with that bike was, and if you look at the picture, it came with white wheels. Now, I like my bike clean, and I like my bike looking nice, but white wheels on something that's going to put brake dust and put chain lube and road crap all over it, it was a freaking nightmare. I learned about this product called I think it's called S100, which is this motorcycle cleaner thing that Harley guys use. Ended up buying lots of it when I had that bike, because you just constantly had to keep cleaning those wheels because they looked just absolutely terrible. And it was frustrating as hell. Shivers at the window. It was just, you know, the only complaint I have about that bike is how easily it was to show the dirt. White fairing, white wheels. It was basically something who was like OCD about cleaning their bikes. It would be the perfect bike. I'm not OCD, so I kept it for a couple of years, and I think what eventually happened was I had to sell it simply because I had a deal come up with Honda that I couldn't turn down, and I needed the money. So actually, it went bye-bye for my race program. And although I really enjoyed the bike, I was not a fan of 16-inch front wheels. I've been racing, and we were on 17s, which were a lot better. And I ended up getting rid of it and just keeping my Kawasaki KLR600 for my regular street bike. You know, it was a nice bike, but I think it was the next year they came out with next year or the year after, they came out with a similar bike, but with a 17-inch front wheel, which had sort of fixed the handling issues and whatnot. But by that time, the ship had sort of sailed for Honda and V4 sport bikes, and they sort of moved them on to like a sport touring bike, and they're still doing strong that way. Like it's you know, it's a good bike for you know, for that market. The V4s were just unfortunately a little too expensive, and I guess they never really got the performance out that the inlines were getting. I tell you this much: the torque and the power curves on those bikes were awesome. It was nice having a bike that just basically was like having an electric motor. You just turn the dial and it just went. It didn't actually give you the problem of you know, a sudden step in acceleration. It just moved very nicely. It's fun. Actually nice and warm. I like this. So that was my 750 Interceptor. As I said, it was a lot of fun. Thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, just racing sort of got in the way of keeping it.